Here on Talk Pittsburgh, we have a segment called You're Doing It Wrong, where I teach you how to do everyday tasks and activities the right way. Like this clip here of us folding laundry. That was a good day. That was fun. That's why we thought it was the perfect fit to have on the artist of the new Pittsburgh exhibit of the same name.
However, this gallery is all about artists setting aside the rules and asking viewers to reconsider their understanding of the artistic process. The curator of the exhibit, Blaine Sigel, joins us, along with artists Leah Petgorski and Andrew Allison. Thank you all for coming in.
Absolutely, thank you.
You know, we mentioned as we were coming to this segment that there is beauty in not doing it the right way sometimes, because we set sometimes these standards that don't need to exist. Tell us about coming up with this exhibit.
Well, You're Doing It Wrong kind of encapsulates how the three of us work, and in addition to other artists in the show, Barbara Weisberger and Derek Reese. We all use materials in non-traditional ways. And for that matter, they are often non-traditional materials to boot. People often ask us, you know, what do you work in? Do you work in bronze, metal? And then the answers we can answer is buckets. Or,
Right.
Wood. So yeah.
As
so
we're
it's,
seeing here. Yeah.
I would never think of buckets being art, but pretty much anything can be art used in the right way. Yeah.
Yeah, when you choose these materials, they automatically infer a socio-political context, and they have things. It's just what you do with it.
Right.
Do you play with the meaning? Do you add new meaning? So it's very broad and a lot of ability.
Yeah. Well, Leah, let's talk about your artistic style and how you use maybe some unusual things to create art.
Sure. Well, I use paper and fabric a lot, which aren't as non-traditional necessarily, but it's, I think, how I use them. I've been playing with egg tempera, which is, I think, from art school, more of a historical kind of like academic paint medium. But for me, it's been like, I started experimenting with pigments, and then eggs are in the fridge. And so it's like, whoa, now we're making paint, and now I'm not really trained as a painter. So, and then another way is I make a lot of sculptures that are sort of resembling cushions, but they're not meant to be sat on. And now I find myself working in an upholstery shop, Jean Sain's, where it's like, we make really proper cushions, and that's not what I do in my studio, but
But it's fun.
kind of seeing the contrast.
That you see the contrast. Andrew, you brought something in with you, and I don't know if you want to tell us a little bit. This is a painting.
Sure.
So tell us about this.
So this is a painting. I've been doing these paintings over the last 8 years, where I sit down every day and do like a small little panel, and then I do the next day a small little panel, and it's all crumpled up, and I don't know what the painting looks like until the whole thing's finished.
I don't know
Do you need some help to?
Yeah, we can look at it. So it's sort of like a daily practice.
Here.
Yeah. You just let it go.
Well,
Yeah.
Nothing is precious.
Yeah, nothing's precious. Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow.
So all of those are all individual thoughts done on different days.
So it's like a diary. Every day is like, what am I thinking about today, and how does it relate to the next?
I can kind of tell when you were having a good day or a bad day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's really fascinating to see. Blaine, tell us a little bit about what you've added to the collection. What's your medium?
Well, oftentimes the medium picks me. It's what's accessible.
Yeah.
What was accessible to me at the time was wood, and I had old signage, the kind of signage you see that is an advertisement for homes on the side of the road, and I happened to have a lot of those come into my possession, so that was my decision to work with that.
Oh, that's great. I mean, when somebody comes to this exhibit, I mean, this is not traditionally what you would see at a typical museum. This is much different.
Yes and no. It depends where you go and what the function is. I mean, we live in a pluralistic art world, so it's very broad. But typically, you go into a gallery like where we are, you're going to see things framed as opposed to laying on the floor. Or another piece in the show is a cushion wrapped in this. It's just laying on the wall, just there.
Yeah.
So we are trying to think about how we display the work differently, untraditionally, as well as how we're using materials.
I also think, just really quickly, that this allows the people who are viewing the art to interpret it in a much different way outside of a formal setting. So you can kind of use that to view it in a way that may be outside of even how you've created it.
Yeah, it's the pleasure of working with these artists and curating is you start to see connections that didn't exist beforehand, but once you put them within the gallery and a piece of Leah's is talking with a piece of Andrew's, which is
Right.
talking with a piece of mine. That's just
Yeah.
3 of the 30 works, and they're having a conversation. And you switch that to a piece of Andrew's next to a piece of Derek's, and that's a brand new conversation. So it's not quite infinite, but almost the meanings you can derive from the exhibition.
Oh, well,
interesting.
thank you all so much for coming. I'll never look at a bucket the same. You know?
Thank you.
It's all art. Yes. All right. You're Doing It Wrong is at the Associated Artists of Pittsburgh Exhibition Space in Lawrenceville. It will be on view through July 26th.
And it is part of a larger initiative to feature artist-led programs. The next open call for proposals will go live this Saturday. We're going to have more information on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.